his SOM debut, the Yellow Jacket.
Wait a minute,
Anthony Katina, speaking of out here, he's not even dressed in his wrestling gear. Out here attacking the Yellow Jacket. Anthony Katina.
My gosh, Anthony Katina just
Anthony Katina, what is going on now? You've got a match up here tonight against
Boy Jacket! I know you're not here! I know you're not here! But I know that you're watching this! You better get your ass here right now! I have connections! I know where you live! I know where your mom lives! You better get your ass here! Right now you want to jeopardize my career! You want to try and embarrass me? This wasn't meant to be personal, but you damn sure made it! You damn sure made it! Boy, Becky, you better get your ass here right now. Face me man to man, or I'll come and I'll find you. This business, this sport, wasn't built. It doesn't pull out or build character. It reveals it. And last week, you showed everyone that you're just a slimy, stinky son of a bitch.
I apologize for that language, folks.
I lost it.
Well, Roy, we know you're watching.
That's what we don't encourage such
we'll
language.
get down
We
here.
apologize to the younger viewers.
Right now, we're going to reset things. We were expecting to have Ginger Ninja, the Yellow Jacket here. We'll be back right after this with the three-way for the X Division. Up there! That's the move! He calls that whiplash, that slingshot spear.
White Claw Outlaws out here. Logan, pay attention.
Anthony Katina. Wait a minute. Logan Henderson with the roll-up.
Oh, man.
And Bronson Garrett just clobbered Logan Henderson with that full can of White Claw, and Anthony Katina. What are they doing?
What's going on?
Bull Brooks, they've got Logan Henderson set up. Look who's back! RT3 is here! RT3! And he just took down Anthony Katina! Are you kidding me? What a cheap shot! Anthony Katina kicking RT3 right in the family jewels, folks. Wait a minute, it's still going on. Anthony Katina and RT3. Good gosh almighty, folks. Up down here with the two of you.
Hang on, everybody. Stay with us. Stay with us.
He attacked you. Knock it off. He's not cleared to wrestle, so my hands are tied. Next week, lights out on section. It's going to be a ball, just a good old-fashioned fight. Get it out of your systems. Last time.
Anthony, what's your problem?
What's my problem, punk?
This is a work, man. This is a show. You really trying to hurt me?
You made it personal, you piece of shit.
You better back up, you son of a.
Okay. All right, fine.
Now.
Go!
Back him up. Back him up.
Listen, we're trying to show you
back
guys,
up, you
man.
little
This
stupid
is now. You cannot get personal with this. Now stop. I mean it.
He started it.
Oh, I started.
Yeah, you started it,
Yeah.
you piece
Li-
of
Oh,
Listen,
yeah.
you need to go outside and take a damn break.
Yeah.
Okay? Go catch some air.
shit. Screw you and screw you.
Yeah. Go on.
Go calm down, man. Calm down. This is ridiculous. Tired of you guys fighting like this. We're supposed to be putting on a damn show.
I know. That's
not
what I'm saying.
fighting.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, quit egging him on. Damn.
Oh, Alex Monroe. It's the cutter on Dow Conley. She had a hand under the rope. And there it is. Alex Monroe picks up the win. Here is your winner and the #1 contender for the SOM X Division Championship, Alexander Monroe. I know you're watching from the back here, the opening match, the #1 contenders match.
Alex Monroe coming out victorious in that thing. Now, if you come out the winner tonight against the King Shane Williams, you're going to have to face Alex Monroe next week here on SOM 505. Whoever wins tonight, going to have to face Alex Monroe. Now, your thoughts on Alex Monroe, the Resistance?
My thoughts on Alex Monroe and the Resistance? Just take it back to the old high school days, bullying kids who like Star Wars, Star Trek, maybe sort of other dumb garbage like sci-fi. How was I the one that was bullied? I'm too big to be bullied. Too fat? I'm in the best shape of my life. Not like you know anything about it.
All right, now.
The fact you're going to drop your dentures right out of your mouth, woman.
All right, now. Jason Blood, well, you've got a big match coming up, right? On the King Shane Williams.
More like the court jester Shane Williams after I'm done with him.
Well, I guess I'll say it since he's not here. That's all.
Shane Williams, now he's going with a pile driver. There's the Sultan in. Oh! You've got to be kidding me.
And
Hey, Austin Henry.
Austin Henry did the same.
Austin Henry out here with that metal folding chair. Clears the ring. The Devastation Inc. Takes a powder here.
Well, Shane Williams, King Shane, you won the match, but you did not win the championship gold, that X Division title match. How are you feeling after that cheap attack from the Sultan and Devastation Incorporation?
I feel cheated. The king and the king's people feel cheated. That's how we feel. Let me take a time out. One second. One second. I went and I had this shirt made just for this very occasion. Because Sultan, we here at SOM are sick and tired of Devastation Incorporated. We're sick and tired of it. My mission right now at 505 Live is to get that championship belt away from you and around your waist. Next time King Shane walks into this building, he's bringing that chair. He's going to whack you up inside the head, Sultan, and it's pile driver time. Because at the end of the day, we, not I, we, the people, will rule you.
Tonight on SOM 505, RT3 finally takes on Anthony Katina, the Six Tool product, in an unsanctioned street fight. It's going to be an unbelievable match in our main event. As well tonight, Jason Blood defends his X Division championship against Alex Monroe of the Resistance, with Prince Malik in the corner of Jason Blood. So should be a tremendous match here today on SOM 505. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us. Corky McCorkle here, along with Shotgun Bronson Garrett, one half of the SOM Tag Team Champions. We are SOM. Come get some. Committed to bringing you the finest professional wrestling in these strange times, Bronson.
You say tonight RT3 versus Anthony Katina. Well, RT3 talks, I have an illustrious football background. Oh, RT3 talks about how much he can bench press. Well, tonight RT3 is in for the fight of his life against a six-tool product, Corky.
You know, I don't doubt it. Could be the fight of both of their lives. Also tonight on the program, Brian Rivers, the Real Outlaw, taking on Ricky Dooley.
My friend.
We've got Shane Williams, the King Shane Williams, in action, and that's coming up first on the program. And right now, folks, going to get a little word with King Shane Williams, who's been calling out the SOM heavyweight champion, the Sultan, and going to get a word with King Shane right now at the top of the program. See if we can... We're experiencing some technical difficulties, folks. Shane Williams taking on a newcomer, Jake Fargo, here from Memphis, Tennessee.
I don't know much about this Jake Fargo guy, Corky, but from what I hear, he can go. So Shane Williams He might have his eyes on the Sultan, might be overlooking young Jake Fargo here.
Yeah.
The match I'm most interested in seeing tonight, though, Corky, is right.
Here we go.
Really?
King Shane Williams
Really?
making his way out here now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome King Shane Williams. All right, now Shane Williams, we've seen a lot of success out of you these past few weeks, win after win, and you've called out the Sultan now for a championship match.
I'm ready. The people are ready. The people are ready. You hear that, Sultan? They're tired of you. The people are ready for a new champion, somebody here at SOM Live that can lead them and lead professional wrestling in a whole new direction. And that person, Sultan, is not you. The people. The people here, they make the decisions, and the people say that they're tired of you, Sultan. I'm tired of you. All the wrestlers are tired of you. And the next time that we see you, it's pile driver time. Because we, sir, will rule you.
All right, now you've got a matchup coming up right now against a newcomer,
Jake Fargo. Jake Fargo made his way all the way here from Memphis, Tennessee because he's upset. He's upset because his great-grandfather gave me the crown. His great-grandfather, the late, great Jackie Fargo, crowned me the new king of wrestling. And poor Jake, you're just starting out. Well, pal, come on down. You're going to find out tonight the king's going to make you famous. Because I'm the king, and you're not.
Coming up right now, folks, our opening match. Jake Fargo going to try to claim the crown from King Shane.
Here we go.
All right, folks, it looks like we're going to get right to it.
Jake Fargo didn't waste no time getting out here, did he, Corky?
He absolutely did not. He is ready to go.
I think he was a little bit offended by those words from Shane Williams. I don't blame him.
And jumping Shane Williams from behind. Jake Fargo now clubbing away on the back of King Shane Williams.
He was not jumping him from behind, Corky. He seen he was taking his shirt off. He's grabbing it to fold it for him.
Well, Jake Fargo, you heard the great-grandson of legendary Jackie Fargo. And perhaps some jealousy from Jake Fargo that Jackie crowned King Shane the true king of professional wrestling. Well, Jackie Fargo now delivers a kick right to
Jake
Shane
Fargo,
Williams'
you idiot.
face.
If Jackie was in there wrestling, come on now.
Jake Fargo with that right hand. Close fist and a forearm shot now to King Shane Williams. Double leg takedown by the King. And he is bobbling away.
Shane Williams had to resort to cheap tactics here on 505, Corky.
The official Joe did give a reprimand. And how about that flying forearm from King Shane Williams?
Shades of Tito Santana there. Young Jake looks like he's getting a wrestling lesson from Shane Williams tonight.
Huge neck breaker delivered by the King to Jake Fargo. Jake Fargo is reeling in the ring after that maneuver. And King Shane looking to make it quick. He was going for that pile driver.
And see, there's that training that he's got from his family. This guy comes from a wrestling lineage, Corky.
All right now. Jake Fargo hits the line on King Shane now. King Shane whipped to the other side. Shane Williams blocks the hip toss. Let's see if he can reverse it. What's he gonna do now?
That's why you gotta watch when you're in the ring with a veteran like Shane Williams, Corky.
Shane Williams looked like he was going for a backside pin, but now looking for that pile driver. He hits it.
I thought that move was illegal in the state of Tennessee, Corky.
Well, not anymore. And it's a win for King Shane Williams. An impressive victory. But nonetheless, I'm expecting to see a lot more from this Jake Fargo. And King Shane still calling out the SOM champ, the Sultan.
We might want to be careful what he wishes for, Corky.
All right, folks. Well, King Shane Williams, your winner. And we'll be back right after this with Brian Rivers taking on Ricky Dooley.
Should have filled it with claw.
Claw? You don't want to do that.
Hit your town since the opioid epidemic. The hottest thing to come out of East Tennessee since the Gatlinburg wildfires. The reason why husbands stay up late at night worried when their wives are out, and we keep their wives up even later. Your mom's favorite tag team, the White Claw Outlaw.
People here in East Tennessee, you ain't got much to be thankful for, let's face it. But right here in front of you, you've got the best damn thing going. The White Claw Outlaws. You can see them every week on SOM Live at 5:05.
Understand, people, that was plain English from Justin Klein Esquire himself, an educated man, like he said. My brother, Shotgun Bronson Garrett, a man who don't care if you get embarrassed. And the loaded gun, Chad Bartlett, tagging up the White Claw Outlaws are coming to you live at 5:05 SOM Live. Go to School of Morton on Facebook. Go ahead and like that page. Subscribe on YouTube. Go to Ricky Morton's YouTube channel. Subscribe because you don't want to miss it. It's our gift to you. We're bringing it raw and real. 5:05 SOM Live.
Another big win there for King Shane Williams. And how about this debut from Jake Fargo?
I'm more worried about Chad, who's self-quarantined. I'm trying to send him a text message. And you're sitting here interrupting me, Corky.
Right now we're going to get a word with Kerry Morton. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kimberly Morton. All right, Kerry. Now, we haven't seen you for a little while since that matchup with Brian Rivers. I want to get your take on this now. It's a win for you in the record book. Brian Rivers claiming he never heard a 3 count and that
Count-out victory.
That he won the match by count out after you left the ring.
Here we go.
Corky, I gotta say, first thing first, I gotta thank every single one of you out there for being intact at School Morton Live, baby. That's for sure. That's for sure. You understand me? I learned a lot of things in this professional wrestling business, and Brian Rivers was one of the toughest yet. So, you asked me how I feel about it, and I'll tell you how I feel about it. I feel like I rightfully deserve the victory. Although I got my butt handed to me in that ring, and I have to admit so, that was a monster I went against. That was humbling. It made me realize something, Corky. It made me realize how much every single one of these fans matter. If I didn't have their support behind me, I wouldn't know what I would have done in that ring.
I noticed your father, Ricky Morton, the Hall of Famer, not here with you today. Now, he told us
directly after that match, he came back, he came out through the curtain, had a look at the match and said that this is something you got to do on your own, that you're going to have to get through this fight on your own to climb to the top here.
You know what, Corky, you're absolutely right. And that's what I asked my father as well. I said, hey, Ricky, do something first. If I go out to this match and I get my butt handed to me, don't help me out. Let me learn. Let me earn my roots in professional wrestling, and that's exactly what I want to do. So being Kerry Morton and being a third-generation wrestler, I have to prove a point. Not only to myself, not only to my father, not only to every single one of you, but to everybody. Because Kerry Morton is here, and Kerry Morton means professional wrestling is back. So, realize this, as we're stuck in our houses, every single one of us are stuck in these houses over this crazy time in history. Professional wrestling is here, and it always will be. So, while I work on myself, and I'll work against Brian Rivers, and make sure if I have another match, then I'm going to do my best to absolutely get the victory, because that is what Kerry Morton is all about.
And you heard it, folks. Pro wrestling is back. Kerry Morton is back, and he's ready for round 2 with Brian Rivers. And speaking of Brian Rivers, we're going to be seeing him coming up in action directly after this, taking on Ricky Dooley. And Kerry Morton going to be in action here next week on 505. We're going to check that out, folks. We'll be right back with more action right after this.
A new frontier for professional wrestling. The White Claw Outlaws at SOM Live at 5:05. Now that's Eastern Standard Time. For those of you even smart enough to know that that's a thing. Probably a lot of people that I'm talking to right now, you don't even care. So good. All you need to know is that the White Claw Outlaws are taking matters into our own hands. Live and in living color, coming to you from the School of Morton's Facebook page, Ricky Morton's YouTube channel. We're on Twitch, we're all over social media, and the streaming platforms that you love. Look up SOM Live at 5:05 every Sunday night. We're going to be lighting it up. Tell these people how they can get in on it.
You know, 5:05 is a big number. Got a lot of significance. 5:05 is usually the time that you all leave your miserable jobs to go home to your empty lives. 5:05 is also the weight, the average weight of the average wrestling fan. But now, 5:05 has got a new meaning. 5:05 is the start of something big. And all of you are lucky enough to be alive when it happens. The rising stars, the White Claw Outlaws, every Sunday. Get your cousin, the one that graduated high school, to help you with the computer. All right?
It's a great idea.
Figure out how to follow SOM and check it out every Sunday.
5:05. We will be live. We will be representing to the fullest, pumping them full of bullets
like we
the
always
White
do.
Claw Outlaws, baby.
Woo!
All right, here we go. We are back, folks. Set for action. Here comes the East Tennessee champion, Brian Rivers, who unified
Two-belt Brian, Courtney.
Two-belt Brian.
2 belts.
Unified that East Tennessee championship with the Uprising Championship on the debut of SOM 505 in that tremendous matchup between Brian Rivers and Dangerous Dan Matthews. How about those comments we heard from Kerry Morton? How about those comments we heard from
How about
Kerry
you bask in the glory of Brian Rivers, Courtney? Let's worry about Kerry Morton later. Or in fact, let's not worry about Kerry Morton at all.
Well, he said he's ready for round 2 against
Yes,
Brian
sir.
Rivers. And
Well, as well, that he's a man that's going to stand on his own 2
feet. The only thing that Kerry
feet.
Morton did, Corky, is sign his own death warrant.
Yeah, well, he turned down the offer to join the White Claw Outlaws. What happened? You liked him when you wanted him to join your group.
He made the biggest mistake of his life, not accepting that T-shirt, Corky.
I don't know that he did. I mean, he's earned the respect of these fans by standing on his own 2 feet and doing things on his own.
I could earn the respect of these fans, Corky, with $10 worth of food stamps.
Well, you think so, huh? Well, that might go a long way these days.
Speaking of food stamps, Corky.
Ricky Dooley doesn't need food stamps. He lives on a farm.
What does that
Ricky Dooley out here to kick some butt, and he's hoping to take home that unified championship.
Who gave this idiot a title shot?
Well, that'd be the GM of SOM 505, Derek Williams. Hard luck, Derek Williams.
That would explain a whole lot in hard luck, Derek Williams.
Well, Brian Rivers was contractually obligated to Mr. Brian Rivers, the real outlaw, was contractually obligated to defend that title today after that match with Kerry Morton was a non-title match.
I think it's nepotism, Corky. I think it's what's going on all around. Kerry Morton's on the roster now because Ricky's name's on the marquee here. Ricky Dooley is getting a title shot against Brian Rivers because who gave him the shot?
Brian Rivers was given a title opportunity against Dan Matthews to unify those titles. How about that? And now
he's a champion.
Now Derek Williams has given Ricky Dooley a title opportunity.
You notice why I'm saying nepotism, Corky? Connect the dots here.
Well,
who does Ricky Dooley look like?
Ricky Dooley, he looks like a Dooley. He looks like his cousin Silas.
Bald, beard.
Well, what about Brian Rivers? Brian Rivers is bald with a beard as well.
Brian Rivers is a handsome individual, Corky.
And Brian Rivers has been putting the ringer on that arm of Ricky Dooley, really trying to stretch it out. Brian Rivers.
The only thing being stretched here right now is the truth, Corky.
Perhaps by you. I don't think Derek Williams and Ricky Dooley are related.
How old's Ricky Dooley, Corky?
I don't know, 33.
I would question where Derek Williams was 33 years ago. They look just alike, Corky.
Well, Ricky Dooley making a comeback here, but cut short by Brian Rivers, dropping to the floor there and snapping the throat of Ricky Dooley on that top ring rope.
Shades of the American dream right there. Another proud Texan, Corky.
Yep, an atomic elbow for sure from the real outlaw. And now Brian Rivers
He's going to rip that arm clean out of socket. He might beat him with it, Corky.
Pulling away on that arm. Ricky Dooley in a lot of trouble here. Brian Rivers has been working over that arm since the bell rang.
What are these fans chanting, Corky? They chant Dookie? Maybe that's what they all need to go do. Maybe that's why all the toilet paper's gone here in Chucky.
They're saying Dooley. And
I might be saying Williams after. I think I figured something out here, Corky.
You think it's Ricky Williams?
I'm just saying they look a lot alike.
Well, Brian Rivers back in control. Ricky Dooley with a little moment of hope there after that arm drag.
What's he got a hold of, Corky?
What's Brian Rivers got a hold of?
Yeah, I can't see anything.
It looks like he's got a hold of Ricky Dooley's wrist.
I can see
he's
the hand.
wrenching
I
back
can't
on his
see the
arm.
There we go. Now that it got in there,
Okay.
it's so camouflage.
Yes, Ricky Dooley with a real tree camouflage on his arm there.
Tactics right there, Corky.
That chop block Maybe that wouldn't be legal in football, but it's legal here in the catch-as-catch-can style at SOM 505. Chucky uppercut from Ricky Dooley.
Catch-as-catch-can style.
That means anything goes, Bronson Garrett.
Last time I checked, the only anything goes match on tonight's card is RT3 and Anthony Katina.
You're sure right about that. It's an unsanctioned street fight, and it's going to be our main event. And those two temperatures have been boiling for weeks, and we saw it boil over into the locker room area. Well, now Brian Rivers finding a new way to choke his opponent with the ropes there.
He's trying to help him get that strap to his overalls back onto him, Corky. He's trying to help a man out. Brian Williams is a saint, Corky. He's a good Samaritan trying to help that man get his pants back on.
Wow, Brian Rivers drops the knee to the back of Ricky Dooley's neck.
And even though I despise where he comes from, Oklahoma, Brian Rivers reminds me so much of a young Dr. Destiny Williams.
Oh, you despise where Dr. Death comes
Oklahoma,
from.
You idiot, I'm from Texas.
Well, yeah, so's Brian Rivers. He won't let us forget it.
Why do you think we're friends, Corky?
Brian Rivers with a near fall there.
Times. We've taken him on the Riverwalk. That's in San Antonio, you uncultured idiot. Look at those clothes, man.
And you're out there in Texas drinking White Claw, not Lone Star. Flying clothesline from Ricky Dooley. Back elbow from Ricky Dooley.
I'm not drinking White Claw, I do drink Shinerbach, Corky.
And a hook of the leg from Ricky Dooley. I like that Lone Star beer. You can get that in Texas.
I can't knock Lone Star.
Ricky Dooley now in control with the uppercut there. And another one. Ricky Dooley's striking game known to be second to none. And there's that knee. Could that do it?
Brian Rivers
we
and
usually
He's too close to the ropes, Corky.
And yeah, you called it, Bronson Garrett. Right there in the ropes, and Brian Rivers got his foot up. I don't know if it had been for that ring positioning that we wouldn't see a new champion right there.
Brian Rivers is a ring general. He will position himself to where he needs to position himself at to stay in the match. Ricky Dooley is not smart enough to outwit Brian Rivers.
Ricky Dooley dropping the knee now on Brian Rivers, and a stomp to the back. Double leg takedown from Brian Rivers. He's trying to get Ricky Dooley over. And a variation of the Boston Crab, almost the lion tamer there.
You said you got one in Boston, Corky?
I said a variation of the Boston Crab.
Oh. Well, I might have taken that completely out of context there for a second.
Whoa! Standing frog splash right to the lower back of Ricky Dooley from Brian Rivers, and a cover. Wait a minute. No, not a cover from Brian Rivers. He ain't done yet.
I would say he knocked the wind out of him, but I don't smell the stench here in the
Brian Rivers from the middle rope with that flying guillotine leg drop.
There we go, Brian.
Almost like an Alabama jam there, but a kick out from Ricky Dooley.
These idiots need to shut up and get out from behind him.
Ricky Dooley almost on instinct alone at this point in the fight. Listen for that crowd who are firmly behind Chucky's hometown boy here. Brian Rivers now. Wow.
Beautiful suplex there from Brian Rivers.
Almost like an exploder suplex. Brian Rivers now.
It's almost a variation of the rings of Saturn, Corky.
Yeah, he doesn't have that left arm hook on Ricky Dooley. You'd think, could Ricky slip out here?
He's got the left arm hook behind his thigh, Corky. I don't. Left arm. Okay, I made a mistake on that. I couldn't see his left arm for that sleeve.
Ricky Dooley is in anguish. And even the chants of this crowd, which are usually enough to breathe some new life into Ricky Dooley. Well, there he goes. Ricky Dooley out of the way just in time for Brian Rivers to miss that body splash. Ricky Dooley, there he hit the knee. He hit the knee. Could we have a new champion? This is it. Ricky Dooley hooks the leg, and Brian Rivers once again taking advantage of his ring positioning there.
And Ricky Dooley once again not smart enough to outwit Brian Rivers, Corky. Ricky Dooley is a tough guy. I've been in the ring with him many a time, but he is not nearly as tough as Brian Rivers.
Wait a minute. Brian Rivers just hit Ricky Dooley in a place that you never want to hit a man.
He was trying to help that referee out. That referee's glasses fell on the mat, and he's trying to help him get them back on.
Brian Rivers hits the lariat after a low blow. He hit Ricky Dooley right in the family jewels. Yes, I saw it.
You would call helping a man get his glasses back on a low blow?
And Brian Rivers now picks up the win. Brian Rivers retaining that unified East Tennessee Uprising Championship.
He out-wrestled Ricky Dooley tonight, Corky.
Well, the real outlaw picking up a big win and in true outlaw fashion.
Thanks to Brian Rivers, that man's glasses are intact and back on his face.
Yeah, well, Brian Rivers, let's see if he can refrain from striking the official here today.
The only thing striking in that ring right now is Brian Rivers' good looks, Corky.
Folks, we still got two big matches for you today. The X Division Championship match. Jason Blythe gonna take on Alex Monroe, who won that #1 contender.
Hook 'em, baby!
Won that three-way to become the #1 contender last week. Folks, that's coming up after this break. And then our main event is, well, going to be that huge street fight, Anthony Katina and Roy Thacker III,
Fights two
RT3.
people, Corky. It's going to be an ass whooping.
And we'll be back with more action.
To hit your town since the opioid epidemic. The hottest thing to come out of East Tennessee since the Gatlinburg wildfires. The reason why husbands stay up late at night worried when their wives are out, and we keep their wives up even later. Your mom's favorite tag team, the White Claw Outlaw.
People here in East Tennessee, you ain't got much to be thankful for, let's face it. But right here in front of you, you've got the best damn thing going. The White Claw Outlaws. You can see them every week on SOM Live at 5:05.
Understand, people, that was plain English from Justin Klein, Esquire, himself an educated man, like he said. My brother, Shotgun Bronson Garrett, a man who don't care if you get embarrassed. And the loaded gun, Chad Bartlett, tagging up the White Claw Outlaws are coming to you live at 5:05. SOM Live. Go to School of Morton on Facebook. Go ahead and like that page. Subscribe on YouTube. Go to Ricky Morton's YouTube channel. Subscribe because you don't want to miss it. It's our gift to you. We're bringing it raw and real. 5:05 SOM Live.
All right, here we go, folks. X Division title match coming up right now. Prince Malik going to be escorting Jason Blythe, his X Division champion. Jason Blythe,
X Division champion.
at first declaring it the straight edge metal X, and now he the X Division Championship is hardcore. He's going to make it hardcore. And however, the only unsanctioned street fight we've got is Katina versus RT3 tonight.
Jason Blythe has said before that he does not slap legs, he whoops asses. And that's what that X Division title is going to turn into. It is going to be a fighter's belt. It ain't going to be the high flyer's belt anymore.
Well, I got to say that casket match against Draco was certainly hardcore. We saw everything but the kitchen sink getting involved. And now here they come.
Who let Screech in the building, Court?
From a galaxy far, far away, representing the resistance, Alex Monroe here with Riley Rocket.
He just said he was from a galaxy far, far away.
Well, not literally, but
not as far as his championship opportunities.
Well, he's got a championship opportunity right here tonight. Wait a minute now. Jason Blythe knocking Alex Monroe right off the turnbuckle. He went spilling right to the outside.
He thought he was going to fall, and he grabbed his leg.
That was a long fall for Alex Monroe, and not a good way for the resistance to start things off.
Speaking
Prince
of a long
Malik,
fall, where's Logan Henderson at, Corky?
Prince Malik tossing a metal folding chair right into the ring there.
I think Logan's still hung over from last week, Corky.
Referee Willie Manis letting him know this thing is not a hardcore match. Regular rules apply.
You said Willie Manis is in those sneakers he stole from James Worthy.
Alex Monroe ducks the back elbow. Flying cross body press. Alex Monroe hits a drop kick, although
he's got Jason Blythe reeling.
I don't know that Jason Blythe caught the full brunt of the drop kick. Jason Blythe with a kick to the gut and follows it up with a knee to the midsection of Alex Monroe. Jason Blythe now rolling for a clothesline, but it's a neck breaker. Alex Monroe hooks a leg.
See, Willie Manis, he's always trying to get on me when I'm in a squared circle about checking me. What's in that hoodie that Alex Monroe's got?
Alex Monroe hasn't had an opportunity to take off that sweatshirt.
Object in there.
Jason Blythe stomping away.
To him now. Well, we know that Willie can count past 3 on that.
He sure did, and we know that Prince Malik can involve himself whenever the referee's back is turned.
You know, I see the Jordan logos on Willie Manis' shoes. They used to call them Air Jordans till he put them on his feet.
And what do they call him now?
They don't call him much anything because they ain't getting any air in those.
Alex Monroe sternum first, and Jason Blythe follows it up with a German suplex. Alex Monroe dropped right on his neck, and now Jason Blythe pulling
Blythe is trying to make this a fair fight.
That hoodie
He's
off.
making sure that there wasn't anything in that coat.
Jason Blythe in control here now in this X Division Championship matchup. Delivers an overhand chop to the chest of Alex Monroe. And forearm shot.
Is a fighter. I mean, this guy will brawl, Corky.
He sure is, and we've seen Jason Blythe improve a whole heck of a lot over the 2 years or so he's been at SOM. Roll up from Alex Monroe, and Alex Monroe right back down after that clothesline.
There's nothing pretty about the style of Jason Blythe, Corky, but I think it's the way he likes it.
Huge club to Alex Monroe's chest from Jason Blythe. Jason Blythe now breaking his eyes.
See, most X Divisions, Corky, you see guys that looks like they're on an episode of Dancing with the Stars with a bunch of choreographed moves. This guy is an ass kicker and a half, Corky.
All right, Jason Blythe, backbreaker.
Nothing that looks choreographed here. This guy is a fighter and a brawler. And tonight, Alex Monroe is going to figure out the hard way he picked the wrong person to fight with. What are you looking at, Toots?
Alex Monroe with a lot of support from the fans here. These two are just exchanging blows now. Alex Monroe whips Jason Blythe off. And Jason Blythe down to the canvas now after that back elbow. Alex Monroe, wait a minute, reversal of the whip from Jason Blythe.
I don't know what this is.
Alex Monroe firing back with that flying cross chop. Monroe now, bulldog headlock, and Bronson Garrett leaving the commentary table here, up on the ring apron here, has no business in this thing whatsoever. What is he doing? Why don't you get down there? Bronson, we've got a match, you got a job to do. Over here at the desk, the side effect from Jason Blythe. Wait a minute. There we go. Jason Blythe picks up a win, retaining the X Division Championship after you caused a distraction. What were you doing up there?
What was I causing a distraction? I was trying to get Willie Manis's attention. I wanted that pair of Jordans he's got on his feet. I wanted to know where he got them at.
I don't know if you're the same size.
Those are nice. I used to like the Lakers in the 80s.
Well, Jason Blythe picks up the win. After an assist, not even from Prince Malik, but from my broadcast colleague here for the evening.
I was going to ask, I didn't know,
Garrett.
with everything going on.
Oh, hey folks, I'm WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And if you want to talk about wrestling schools, if you want to talk about learning the business, well, learn from the best. There's a lot of phony balonies out there trying to teach you how to take a backdrop. If you want to learn from a man, you learn from Ricky Morton. I've known him from the Mid-South days, and I tell you folks, that Mid-South, that was a learning experience for everyone. Ricky learned more than anybody, and he can show you. Remember, School of Morton. S-O-M. Come get some, tough guy.
Hey, I'm Ricky Morton of the School of Morton. A lot of people out there are coming to ask me, where can I train to be a professional wrestler? Well, if you want to in the East Tennessee area or anywhere else, right outside of Greenville, Tennessee, Chuckey, Tennessee is home of the School of Morton. It ain't no telling who's going to show up here.
School of Morton. Get some. What a rush.
It is main event time, folks, here on SOM 505. There you see the man who started all this mess way back at SOM No Love Lost.
Anthony Katina, one of the greatest wrestlers in the business right now. You look at names like Darryl Strawberry, Derek Jeter, Mookie Betts. What do you call those, Corky? Five-tool products. This is a six-tool product.
Yep, that's it's a six-tool product. He's got that extra something.
He's got one more tool
he
than
says
Derek Jeter.
RT3 about to make his way out here. He's still not supposed to be cleared to compete, but that's why this is an unsanctioned match. But it's going down. It was destined to be a street fight, no matter what.
If he shows up. He probably ain't showing up, Anthony.
He showed up. He's here. And there he is. RT3 is here. And RT3 with a chair right to the face catches Anthony Katina. The turnabout is fair play. That's how this whole thing started. At no love lost when Anthony Katina jumped RT3 with that chair.
Cheap shot with that chair, Corky.
Yeah, cheap shot from Anthony Katina. Started this whole thing between RT3 and Katina.
And it looks like Anthony Katina might have been split wide open from that chair shot, Corky.
Well, this thing is spilled outside the ring. We knew it would. Katina into that row of chairs now. RT3.
You got to remember here, Corky, SOM Studios is closed to the public due to what's going on right now. These people here, this is mainly RT3's friends and family that came to support him in this fight.
Oh yeah, there are a few here. And we hope to be open to the public here and within about 2 weeks. We will be bringing you action next week, although we will not be live.
We worry about the health and safety of those fans and performers here at SOM Live. That's why this match is made an unsanctioned event.
Well, RT3 and Anthony Katina are not worried about each other's health and safety. And Anthony Katina is busted open after that chair shot.
It looks like he's wearing the crimson mask, Corky.
RT3 just laying shots right into the head of Katina, into the bloody head of Anthony Katina. The street fight is on, and wow, that is gruesome.
Well, he split him wide open with that cheap shot, Corky. That's why the man's sitting there busted open right now.
RT3 now, what's he going to do? He's using that chain.
Man, he can't do that. That's illegal, Corky.
It's all legal in an unsanctioned street fight. Referee just here to make a 3 count.
What happened to honor and dignity and beating a man fair?
Well, wait a minute now. Katina using that chain that was wrapped around his throat to ram.
He was sitting there trying to
RT3.
choke him with that Donna gate, and Anthony Katina had to get it off of himself.
And RT3 right into that ring post.
It's hard to tell what you get off that gate. That man has an open wound. So many times Donna's touched that gate.
Katina now in control, clubbing away on RT3. Wait a minute now. Katina removing that protective bandaging, although I don't know how much that was doing for RT3 in the first place.
I bet he didn't see the action like this on the gridiron, did he, Corky?
Certainly not. Anthony Katina slamming that metal folding chair across the back of RT3, and now ramming RT3 shoulder first into that ring post once again. Trying to hit RT3 with that folding chair again. RT3 out of the way just in time.
He lucked up on that one.
And I think Katina's hands felt a little stinger from that metal on metal.
Talking about baseball, the vibrations of something when you hit metal on metal like that. If you ever hit a baseball and jam it, same concept there.
And yeah, Katina definitely swinging that chair around like a Louisville slugger. And now what is RT3 doing? Up on those steps. The ring steps have moved.
I thought he was going to try to put him through that table there for a minute. Shades of the public enemy, Corky.
Well, I thought he was too. I thought he was going for that table too.
We want tables. We want tables.
Well, the friends and family in attendance want tables too. Anthony Katina trying to take this street fight out to the street, out to the parking lot here.
Of course, it's a street fight. Where else do you have one at, Corky? In a ballroom? This isn't called a ballroom
Look,
fight.
Katina,
Corky.
what's he
Street
doing?
fight.
Is Katina trying to leave here?
He's trying to get
RT3's
some fresh
following him.
air.
RT3 following to the outside, folks. Our cameras can't follow out here right now, folks.
Maybe.
The fight is continuing to the outside. We're going to see what we can do to get our cameras to the outside.
RT3's bringing it back in. What was Willie going outside for?
I think he was going to count outside. Although,
knowing Willie, he was probably trying to go out there for a ham sandwich and a cigarette.
RT3 bringing things back in. And they're up on those steps now. Precarious position for both men. RT3 hits face first on that table. And Katina looking like whether he needs to take a breather rather than to capitalize on RT3. RT3 is hurt there.
Willie over there looking excited that he don't have to count to 3 on this one.
Katina now just repeatedly throwing the chairs on RT3, stacking up chairs on top of RT3. This thing is brutal.
Anthony Katina moving one of the friends and family of RT3 here.
Katina now. Whoa! This is too far. Katina. Oh, I know this thing is unsanctioned, folks. That's why anything goes, although
he is beating this man in front of his friends and family, just like he used to do on the gridiron at J.I. Burton, get beat in front of his friends and family.
Well, you said it now. I don't know how much RT3 got beat. He's an all-state defensive tackle there in Norton.
To the state of Virginia, Corky, it don't count.
Well, we've got things both men back inside the ring pretty much since the beginning of this thing. I don't know if our microphones caught that language from Anthony Katina, folks. We do apologize for the foul mouth on the 6-tool product. Katina now pulling up on the eyes.
This is personal. This is not a catch, as you call it, catch-can match. This is personal. This is a fight between these two.
Well, how about that football move? It looked like Anthony Katina trying to punt the ribs of RT3.
Shades of Sebastian Janikowski. Greatest place kicker of all time, by the way, Corky.
All right, Katina now getting another chair involved in this. We're gonna have to buy all new chairs here. RT3 hits the spear as Katina was going for that chair shot. RT3 hit the big spear and Katina.
You can see the intelligence of Katina, though. He got the heck out of Dodge.
He managed to roll to the outside, yes.
I don't think RT3 caught all of it, because if he would have hit anybody else with that spear, it'd have been over and done with.
RT3 now. With Katina's left the building again, it looks like, folks.
We're trying to stay with you as long as we can here on 505 Live.
RT3, he's got a folding chair. He's headed for the outside, folks. We're gonna bring you what we can, but we may have to show you the conclusion of this later on in the week, folks. If they don't bring the action back into the studio here.
I hope they're not fighting out in the middle of the road. And I hope if they are, I hope it's 10 or less people out there watching.
Well, the brawl is taking place outside. It has become a true street fight, a parking lot brawl here. Folks, we're going to bring you the remainder of that later on in the week. That's all for SOM 505. Stay tuned for After Dark.
The fight, Chucky.
nothing